The Edmonton Oilers blow up the Los Angeles Kings again. That's 2 games in a row. We have the Oilers finishing this in 5. We had a sweep. Look, Jonathan Quick stole a game in the first one. Mike Smith wasn't his normal self in the first one, or maybe that was normal Mike Smith. It's the two faces of Smith. We're going to talk all about it. We're going to talk about the simple fact that the Oilers win with 3 different tactics. They win when Mike Smith is hot, they win on the transition game, and they are the best team in the NHL in the transition game. When they are transitioning from defense to offense on the rush, they score goals, and they have one of the deadliest power plays in the NHL. You could call it 3.5 if you want to talk about Evander Kane in front of the net. First guy that actually adds a little bit of grit to bang in some rebounds there, so that's a unique aspect to the Oilers game, but at the end of the day, the Los Angeles Kings cannot handle the Edmonton Oilers speed, they cannot handle the Edmonton Oilers power play, and they cannot handle the Edmonton Oilers speed. Yes, I said that twice. And we want to thank all of you new to this channel or not. We just passed 5,000 subscribers. Thank you so much, Oilers, Kings fans. We love covering this. And if you appreciate the content that you see or have been seeing on this channel, think about giving us a bit of a super thanks. It's like tipping your bartender. It's a monetized return that we can end up using to reinvest to make more great videos for you. And you know what? If that's not your bag, no problem. We take any type of free support, including the free thumbs up button down there below, the free subscribe button down there below, or great comments down below, whether you agree or disagree with me. All of it goes to help share this video. So great ways you can help support this channel. Thank you so much. And don't forget, we are sponsored as well by BetUS. However, BetUS.com if you're Canadian or American, so Edmonton or LA, get 125% bonus if you think your team is going to bounce back next game. Daily NHL betting, Stanley Cup odds, 125% on your deposit using code HGS. The Edmonton Oilers finish with 20 high danger scoring chances. So Jonathan Quick gets pulled out of the game. It's an 8-2 final, but I mean, you're not really going to do much with only 10 to 20 chances. Like 10 versus 20 chances if you're the Los Angeles Kings. The Oilers defense a little bit underrated, I believe. I mean, the team defense for the Edmonton Oilers keeps all of these shots to the outside. The home plate that you see in the middle here, these are the danger chances. Only 2 end up going in on Mike Smith. It's easy to make Mike Smith look good when you're going to keep shots to the outside that way. So really great team effort by the Edmonton Oilers. If you switch over to the Edmonton Oilers chances, you can see most of their shots, especially the ones that end up going in, all come from within what we call the home plate. So the LA Kings don't keep too many to the outside, but this really isn't Edmonton hockey. They don't release a lot of bombs from the point. I know there's people who are going to talk to people about Nurse and Barrie, but at the end of the day, this is a rush team. This is a team that scores odd man, and this is a team that scores using their feet with speed. So few shots here from the point, a couple rebounds in from Evander Kane, but for the most part, I think we got this one nailed. All right, we're going to try to do our buddy Ron a little bit of justice here. We shortchanged him on 2 Oiler games. Now, on game 3, you'll see the transition game of the Oilers. Smitty makes kind of a stop, and this happens to Smith a lot. I rip on Smith a lot. Sorry, Oilers Nation, but when he is hot, he is hot. But you can see here on the Draisaitl goal right away, this is where Edmonton generates most of their offense from. It's banana sandwich they generate it from in front of their net, because as soon as they turn that puck over, you can see, boom, 3 hard strides, they're gone. It's Captain McDavid, it's all-star Leon Draisaitl, and they are off to the races. Very common in Oiler Nation. You're not going to stop these 2 guys when they're coming in with speed on this channel. We can't show full clips. We can only just talk. It's fair use policy. We can edit some of these small clips, couple little short change spots, but we can't show the whole thing. So when we're educating you on how this puck ends up going in, it's all about that transition game. Jonathan Quick doesn't have any chance here. What's he going to do? You take the shot from McDavid or you take the pass from Draisaitl. You're damned if you do. You're damned if you don't. You look at that speed. That puck goes across. There's nothing you're going to be able to do to stop these 2. I don't care who the defensive partner is. You move it over, bam, in the back of the net. Goal number 1 happens with transition in speed because you couldn't score on Mike Smith. Goal number 2 is that deadly Oiler power play we're talking about. Look at the point man here. Quick can see the puck. It moves right over to our favorite player in the world, Connor McDavid. McDavid sees it. He goes wide side right to his buddy Zach Hyman. That is Hyman's wheelhouse. That's his office. Edmonton makes it 2-0 on a super super deadly power play. Goal number 3 is a lucky puck off the leg and then a quick shot in front of the net. Hey, look, who's there? It's Mr. Evander Kane. We said this guy was an elite going into the playoffs. He's got some holes in his game, but one hole he doesn't have is going in front of the net. Big body in front of the net, uses those sweet hands, drives it home for goal number 3. This game was already over. That's shot 14. Look at all the shots LA is getting. They're just being turned away from the outside, and every time they miss, the Oilers are capitalizing going the other way. Zach Hyman's second goal comes from a beauty takeaway, and what is it on? It's called using speed, and it's on the rush, so ends up taking that puck right away from Mikey Anderson. Jonathan Quick, I mean, this guy is not known for scoring goals. He's known for being defensive. Still a pretty darn good player, though, and he ends up beating Mr. Quick. Evander Kane says, I want to play 2 here on goal number 5. Look at the speed of the Edmonton Oilers. LA, this is why you are down 2-1 at this point in the series. The speed of Edmonton. Look, they beat you to the loose puck. You can't have that happen. Now you've got 5 LA Kings down low, out of position, tired. That puck ends up moving to the point. They are going to walk the line beautifully. Because of the exhaustion of the line on that shift, Evander Kane is left alone in front of the net. The zone has been widened. You've gone back to the point. Evander finds it, bangs it home. Hey, he's a happy guy, and Oilers Nation is thrilled with this one. LA could not keep up. Mike Smith is always going to be a huge concern for me in these playoffs. At the end of the day, I'm not going to sit here and tell you Mike Smith sucks. A lot of people will. Mike Smith is one of the hottest goalies when he's on. He had the best April of any goaltender in the NHL heading to the playoffs. That's what you want. But this isn't what you want to see from Smith. Like, get your head up, hug your post right here. You don't want to be sitting down over there. That's just not the way things are done, Mr. Smith. LA is going to walk out and jam it because this is an out of position play. So like I said, most of the shots were kept to the outside. We may think Smith is brilliant, but I want to say the Edmonton team defense tonight was brilliant. Here it is. Out of position. That puck is going to go up and over his shoulder. Look, where did this go? How did it get in? How did one LA King beat 4 Edmonton Oilers, including Mike Smith? Just hold your post, my guy. It all would have worked out. But enough picking on Mike. Look, transition game again. Why not have the third line score with speed here? Walk around 4 guys. It's a 4-on-1 LA. You got to be able to take this puck away. They don't. Oh, maybe they do. No, they don't, because we know what continues to happen here. You have 2 to 3 chances to take this puck away. But nope, the third line ends up turning it into a 2-on-1. This is what we call a quagmire, and they find the back of the net. Well, there it is, Oiler Nation. There it is, Edmonton fans. LA, I told you guys, I don't give you a lot of credit going into this one. LA fans don't like me for it. I'm not trying to pick on LA or LA as a team. They're going to be an amazing team in 2 years-ish. They're right there with Anaheim. They're on the cusp of greatness. They end up making the playoffs because of a couple wily vets. Great core. No Drew Doughty in there. Jonathan Quick comes back down to earth. And you know what? You really can't blame Quick for these last 2 games. This is an offensive juggernaut in Edmonton. They're a little more youthful, in my opinion. I know you got Iafallo and a bunch of other guys there that are up and coming, but they're not at the same level of the McDavid and the Draisaitls, who are still within their youth level, in my opinion, or their prime, whatever you want to call it. Then you're met with a bunch of 30-year-old guys there, the veteran core of the LA Kings. I just always thought Edmonton had this one in the bag, so maybe I'll be proven wrong. Maybe LA will be able to bounce back in the series. They're getting a lot of shots, but there's just something about this Oiler team, isn't there? Okay, guys, thanks for checking it out. We appreciate you guys being with us here.